This is an art tournament where two pro artists compete against each other to become the first campus champion. I needed help, so I gathered 11 of the most unconventional minds when it comes to creating and, most importantly, execution. One of the councils will be our first contestant, which many have said it is abnormal. He is a versatile artist able to adapt to any medium with efficiency. This person is the most dangerous opponent to face in the council. Little did I know, as the host, and because nobody was up for the challenge, I will have to step in as the second contestant, going against the most skilled artist in the council. I'm the president of this club, and I'm pretty skilled as well. Two pro artists. One is the founder, the other is the most dangerous painter in the council.
Hello, welcome to Campus Champion. We will be your judges.
Contestants, you will be competing today to find out who will be the first Campus Champion.
The theme is to paint a color for a story that you want to tell. You guys have 4 hours to complete it.
Good luck, contestants!
My name is Shawn Lanier. I am 18 years old. I live in the one and only Bronx. I major in fine arts and study at the Fashion Institute of Technology. I was only 5 years old when I was capable of thoughts and senses. And in time, my passion for art grew. I became Bob Ross, but if I had tiny fingers and was toothless. KSI, Your Lie in April, Attack on Titan, Arcane, Love, Death and Robots, and a cherry on top from me growing up in shelters and achieving milestones, which is why I am here now.
Amani Chandradat. I just turned 20 years old. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm a junior at the Fashion Institute of Technology, and I'm an illustration major. It began really since I could remember, though I only started taking it seriously during middle to late high school. I was inspired by series like Berserk, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Zelda Tears of the Kingdom for the art, storytelling, and tone. Funny enough, I was also inspired by this weird tree in my neighborhood that seemed to have a face. My dream is to become a self-sufficient illustrator and a recognizable name in the industry. I want to travel the world and inspire as many people as possible with my passion.
I always told myself I wanted to begin the world's greatest art movement. When asked how, I would simply say that I created an idea that gave voices to the undiscovered talents of the art world. Being an artist is not easy. It's a very competitive environment. The ones who make it are very talented, versatile, and efficient. It's definitely possible, as long as you master the principles of color, perspective, and emotion in your art. You will be considered. However, that's not enough. What truly separates you from the others is how well you socialize, promote, and tell a story.
I have a lot of faith in myself for, getting to this place. And if others can do it, so can I.
Mended Power is a story that explores big decisions and hard choices. We often look back on our lives and wish we had done things differently. If only we were stronger or smarter. We might have even avoided some outcomes, or prepared for them better, or even achieved something greater. Everyone has a different story. We all grow from our own experiences in different ways. We can either improve ourselves and our world, or repeat the same mistakes for the next generations to deal with. This story shows us the reality of responsibility, leadership, and the friends you surround yourself with.
My story is called Carnivorous. Two explorers in the 1800s, one experienced, one a newcomer, were sent by the Queen of England to discover a tree that, according to legend, can cure any disease with its sap. While searching for a breakthrough in human mortality, unfathomable horrors find them instead.
Mended stands for repair and improvement. Power is the supernatural and natural aspect of the story. This story is inspired by a thing called the arms race. A situation where countries and organizations fight to get better weapons for superiority in strength and power. Through struggles is where my protagonists are born. They each fight to survive in order to protect and change.
I started off with the two explorers. I made them opposites to create an interesting dynamic. Every plot point or character revolves around a theme. Thus, the story basically writes itself.
The message I want to share is that in the face of adversity, there's tremendous pain. If you give in, you never get the chance to see what your future could be like, knowing that you overcame it by remaining resolute and honest with yourself and others around you.
So how do you want to control this?
Human perseverance, the human struggle.
I want to change the world with my story by telling people to not misinterpret red flags as imperfections. Be honest with yourself and pick the healthiest choice for you.
I want people to know that there will always be light at the end of the tunnel. In a world that's full of conflict and despair, it's essential that we keep pushing forward, since blessings are surely to come to those who don't give up. I draw for myself and to inspire my peers to grow with me. Though, I draw for my parents too, and especially my mom, who never stopped supporting my dream. I've relied on them for everything and still depend on them. So once I can survive on my own, I want to give back so they can live the rest of their years comfortably. A life where money is no longer a concern.
Drawing is more than just a hobby or skill. For me, it's my way of expressing my voice. Drawing is my way of showing others how I see and feel about them. They're the ones who make me laugh, feel comfortable to cry, dream, and grow. They're the ones who fill my life with color and meaning. When I draw, I want to make them happy and inspire. Drawing is what makes me happy. It is what gives me purpose. It is what makes me who I am.
Better equipment to work more efficiently. So raising my standards would remove any limitations.
The money will go towards tuition, supplies, and transportation.
To keep going, no matter how difficult life gets. And remember that I wouldn't be here as an FIT graduate and a participant of Canvas Champion if I dropped out all those years ago.
Your canvas is unlike any of the 8 billion stories in the world. Paint it with passion and purpose. And trust me, you will captivate the hearts and minds of others.
Alright contestants, welcome back to Canvas Champion. Today will be the final day of the competition. We know you've worked very hard on your paintings, and now will be the time to judge them to see who will be the first Canvas Champion. We'll begin with Shawn. Amani, please leave the room so we can begin the judging.
Shawn, reveal your painting.
It looks like a movie poster.
I think you really have a mastery of painting, a mastery of depth, and a mastery of color. I can tell you spent a lot of time on it. I can tell you really went into your idea and executed it very well. I love the way the characters are composed. I think your painting correlates very well with your image. The way that your plot is constructed, I think that it's very in-depth. I think you had a good rise and fall. I think your story was constructed very well. You told us exactly what we needed to know. I can definitely tell that this is a poster or this is a painting meant to go with that story. Great craftsmanship. I think that your level of detail, the intensity of your color, and a lot of separation in between the buildings, I think you really did good in terms of technique. I can't stop talking about the color because the color works out really well. I like the complementary colors between that warm temperature for the cities on the left and the cool temperature on the sky.
Story that's being presented here, it just doesn't really feel like the poster title. Like the lighting is good, but I just feel like you could have pushed it more for like more of just like that save the world type energy. There's a type of urgency in here, but like I feel like, you know, if you really push the light in from like the back of the city to be a bit more dynamic on the characters, that would have like really helped it hit.
For the time you had, it was very skillful for how you positioned everybody, how you got the colors, but I think you needed a little more time. There's always potential for growth, but I can see the characters looking a lot like you. I can see it representing your story, right? And I want you to keep it up. Bring in Amani. Right.
Yep. All right, Amani, reveal to us your painting.
This looks amazing.
For me personally, as a painter, like that's like really difficult in terms of like slimes or like tentacles reaching out. So like the fact that you were able to do that and like give such stark contrast, like really like puts me in awe.
I love the detail. I love the usage of color, especially those little lines of blue coming in with the red and the contrast in shades.
This gives me like crazy D&D vibes, like she's fighting for her life here. The lighting and color just really makes the story pops out. It's amazing to just look at.
I can most definitely see how it ties into that story of perseverance. And I remember you specifically saying that you were inspired by the tree with the face inside of it. And I can see how those tendrils sort of remind you of tree branches, and the texture does as well. And it does tell a story of perseverance, but I can't really see so much of the story that you were trying to tell.
Like I feel like it's just a lot more basic in terms of like, you know, just her being in the center and kind of everything focusing on her. Although I do like it, like I felt like you really could have been a little bit more dynamic with that. You really did like utilize your time, but in terms for you, like you did finish early, and I felt like that should have been like a disadvantage for you in terms of like adding more details or like adding more intricacy. But like
you got a strong idea here, and it's very imaginative. It should have been pushed just a little bit further. In terms of plot mountain and just the way that you explained and told the story, I think it was a bit, I knew your intention was to be a bit mysterious, but I didn't really get a clear idea of what you're going for. I don't think the painting frankly reflects what you were trying to talk about.
I see the struggle. I see how you want to try to connect the story, but I'm gonna agree.
There, in terms of like, we all know that we should be like focused on her, and like there's a struggle there, and like a bit of like a fear factor, especially like, with the eyes and everything. But it just doesn't feel like not really pushing there.
Well, perseverance. So.
perseverance.
human struggle, perseverance.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think due to the fact that he doesn't speak it out loud for the painting,
Yeah.
that alone should give us all our score.
Yeah, like
What-
I feel more struggle with this more than like perseverance. In terms of the first thing needs to go in front is like your point, and if your point is not like directed, or at least not like face first, like okay, like this girl or this creature or whatever is struggling, like you kind of like lost the plot. In terms of like even in my art, like if you don't get like the message out first, then like the whole piece just like loses it.
I do want to point this out to you right now, right? As a unit, and you guys can disagree with me on this one. We're only being twice as hard on you because we know you could have done better. And your painting is really good, and you should be proud of that.
Right now, she's selecting the winner of Canvas Champion, the first Canvas Champion.
I'm kind of nervous. I hope I beat you.
Wow. No, I hope you win. I really want to see your painting first, because
Yes,
if
I
they,
wanna see your painting.
if you're, what if they unveil it and it's
No, we're
both
supposed
of
to-
us?
They cut the canvases together and put it together.
Oh, that would tell
You both
the
would.
most epic story ever.
Me and Amani, we work really hard. Even though we're competitors, I still respect them regardless of the decision. This is fun. So
Yeah, like whether I win or not, it really doesn't matter. It was a great experience, like doing all of this. I mean, we had our struggles, but there's no life without struggles. And hey, we got it done.
got it done. Yeah.
So we're waiting to be judged. Fine.
All right.
All right, contestants, it's time for you to now reveal your painting.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh shit!
Excited was an understatement. Y'all was this close to making y'all painting. Wild. That means, Shawn, you are the first
Canvas Champion!
Thank you guys so much for watching. This was our first ever Campus Champion event, and I honestly couldn't have done it without anybody here. My apologies for the weird cut. The Creative Freedom Club needs your help. For every viewer that is watching this right now, you are quite literally making a change. From every time you comment and you share this video, you're giving our club more opportunities to support you and even promote stories for every member in it. Canvas Champion is an event where we want to show more of your personality than just your art alone. Amani was so brave because of how adamant he was about being a part of our first Campus Champion event. And not only that, he showcased so much passion towards this project, and I'm so glad to be the competitor against him. Now, the thing is, I didn't feel like he was able to tell his full story, and I would like for him to try this again for the next Campus Champion event we host. Now, if you want to help us out, you want to help support, we would like to make merch, and with your help, we will also like to start a GoFundMe. If you want to be a part of something big like this, you can meet us at room D630 in the Prominent Center. And trust me, we got a lot more things coming.